Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a demo for a game called The Unplace. It's developed by Right Hand Lab, and you can find the game on Steam. This is the same developer of a game I played called Invisible Wall, which I enjoyed very much. Basically, in this game, we're in a cursed place, and we need to overcome some trials to escape. It's a pretty basic explanation, and I don't know if it's anomaly hunting or more or less just like figuring out how each hallway works or something like that, but we're going to figure it out. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video I'll review the game and share my general thoughts and give it my final judgment, and I will have timestamps in the description. Anyways, we'll go ahead and hit new game and check it out for ourselves. So new game. Okay, here we are. Are there any settings in game? No. Okay, I just wanted to double check that. Oh, it's a little cat, like on Dan to Dan. I've been watching that. It's a great time. Bloody handprint. A photo of the room we're in, which is weird. Alright. Jeez Louise. That is so loud. Okay, alright. This is so loud. Oh! Okay, we had to find the music. Got a ball? Oh! That was a weird... Why is the Taco Bell noise in this game? What's going on with that? Alright, it wasn't paddle ball. It was... I guess, like, hold the egg kind of thing. I don't know. Okay. I gotta find the music box again. Alright. This is odd. I feel like I need to keep checking this photo. Door's locked. Alright. What? So it came at me when I moved, but I figured maybe I should look away. But that is not the case. Alright. Well, let's not get hit by the blades, I guess. Pretty simple. Oh, God. This sure is something. Alright, we're gonna keep trying. Oh, Lord. Our jump is not very good, so I don't know if we can make that jump. I guess we'll try. We did it. Wow, we're amazing. Are shadow people... Like, we just keep walking? What's going on? This is weird. Alright, we found a bottle. Oh no, oh no. Let's try to get out of the room. Okay, we've been swallowed. What are you doing? What are we doing here? What in the world? Okay, let's see if we can just run through. No. Alright, we've been swallowed by the Unplace again. I don't know what we do there. Alright, let's see if I can jump over it this time. I barely touched it. I lose. Okay. This is so weird. Alright. Music box. We got it. I keep getting stuck on the table. This bottle is here, so that means we progress. Alright, let's hit it, saw blade again and start over. I touched one on the wall. Alright. Okay. So we need to be looking directly at them. Keep the dot on them. Oop. So how do I open the door? Ah! It's so loud. Why is that music box so loud? Okay, I almost fell off immediately. Don't know Gosh. All right. I don't know what we do here. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is weird. Oh! I didn't realize I almost made it through that time. I didn't realize we were higher up there. That's my bad. Whoopsie. What's going on in this room? There's a scary monster in the corner. What do we do about that? We found him in the picture, so we win. Ew. I feel like I've seen that face before. What? All right. Jesus. I assume we had to not move when he was looking at us. It doesn't seem to be the case. We made it that time. Yay! Well, if we get the one where the room fills up with balls, I don't know what to tell you. Because that's not fair. Get on the table. All right, let's try again. We gotta balance this thing. Jeez, stop moving. Jesus. Made it. What do I do? What do I do? Why put something like that in this game where you just have no idea what to do? You just lose every time. I don't get it. Of course, it's trial and error, but man, come on. Oh, I hit the wall. Gosh. Dang it. Do I need to find a certain colored one, or that doesn't matter, we lose? All right, cool. So, okay, he does get you when you move. I didn't move that last time. Maybe I did. Who knows? Game doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, a new thing. Okay, he got us. He was in the room that time. All right, cool. All right, let's... Ooh. All right, I think I got the hang of that one. You cheater. I'm literally not even moving my mouse. We did it. He's in the room this time. Okay. He's quick. So am I. Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 Eyeball missiles, look out. The door is locked. I didn't expect that. Eyeball missiles, look out. I win. Ooh, a red hallway. Okay, so this light's gonna see us, right? It's showing like the window panes. Need to be like in between them, I guess. I stood up. Gosh dang it. I didn't mean to let go of my crouch. Gosh. I keep hitting crouch for some reason. Nice try. I think I need them across the room. Gosh, they're quick. Okay. Alright. Oh, here we go. I don't understand the water bottle thing. Okay, well, last time I was in here, these... Okay, woo, woo, woo. Dang it! God. I'm gonna try a few more times. Because, this is something. Oh, nice. Oh! I got cocky. I said, nice try, and then there was no floor right next to me. I didn't see it. Alright. Cool. It's like this pillow is now a water bottle, so let's click on it. Like, okay. I don't... Okay, I made it through that. Gosh. I made it through that time. I was just jumping. I don't know if I just need to jump and move around a lot and like spread them out. Okay. Jeez, I almost walked in. Hey. Oh, I stopped moving out of instinct that I barely have. Ooh, you're tricky. Ooh. Nice try. Ah! Alright, I think I got this one now. I just want to be sure. Oh! This looks different. Ooh, I heard you coming. I hear the music box too. This is gonna be tough. I think I need to find the music box while this thing is pursuing me. It's right behind me. Okay. I don't know what's behind me at the moment. Yeah, your reticle needs to be on them. It's not just them being on your screen. Reticle. Whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's also a range thing. God! I can't get it now. You cheater. I can move through walls, too. Which is really unfortunate. I can't seem to get myself to... Alright, we can sprint backwards. Yay! I don't know if I can squeeze by him. We'll see if we can get him closer to this wall here. Okay, now what? I think it's pretty creepy. We need to find the right way out. I wonder if this... Ooh, God. I was wondering if that photo had the bull in it, like that's trying to do everything at once to us here. Stop it. You cheater. I don't see it in the photo. Oh, there he is. I just saw him. Like, actually standing in the room over there. Wonder if I need to get to him. I don't really know, though. Let's kite this thing away some. Jeez. Stop it. I escaped the demo. Yay. Alrighty then. You escaped the demo of Unplace. More anomalies, events, and challenges await in the full version. Well, I'm back on the main menu, where now I'll review this demo. Visually, I think the game is fine. I have no problems with it. Assets and everything, the environments look fine. I'm pretty easy to please with visuals, so if you ever see my reviews, generally speaking, visuals in games are not going to bother me. Unless there's something very noticeable that's out of place or just something that's not cohesive. But I like the environment that we're in. It's kind of like we're in some kind of like dojo, you know, retro sort of, or vintage Japanese style house. I'm not sure the right term for that, but old wooden house or shrine or something. But I like it. I like the way it looks. I like the fact that what we're doing in the game involves the environment itself. So I think the environment looking as good as it does, I think really helps convey that sort of like tone, I guess, if that makes sense. So overall, visually, I would say the game is fine. Like, I find it weird that you sort of have like a nesting doll kind of thing, and then the demon is kind of cool. He's like hiding in the photo, and then he's at like the end of the demo. But then like the weird changing face, the face on the wall that gets you if you move kind of looks out of place. I'm not really sure what that is necessarily or what that's supposed to represent, but you know, I like the little lucky cat or whatever on the shelf. Stuff like that is fine, but I would just say overall visuals are good. In terms of audio is okay. I don't really like the really loud music that happens from the music box. I assume you could probably work on the volume mixing a little bit, but aside from that, I like that the nesting doll thing, you know, makes like a dragging sound on the ground as it's moving. I think it's good to have, you know, audible clues more or less of how to like approach certain mechanics, like the fact that the face makes a noise every time he turns. The nesting doll makes a noise as well. I think that's good. So I don't really like the weird Taco Bell sound that happens when you lose. I think that could be adjusted. The tone of this game is just kind of all over the place with this audio design. I still think it's okay, but it could probably use a little bit of work. If it's supposed to be a really scary game, I think your horror sort of tones and ambience and atmosphere could be improved upon. Because it's like weird, loud music from the music box. Aside from that, there's not much like music in the game itself. Nothing that really sets the tone. The main menu does in a sense, but then you get in game and it's playing this like kind of goofy music from the music box, and then when you lose, it plays like a sound like Taco Bell does on their commercials. That's the first thing I think of when I hear that sound. So I don't know if it's just a placeholder, but I think that could definitely be improved. So I would, like I said a few times now, audio is just okay across the board. I would say it needs some work, like borderline needs some work, which is the bottom of my scale for this segment. So I would adjust it as best you can to convey the particular tone that you're trying to give with this game. I just think it needs to be a little bit more congruent with what we're doing. That's all. In terms of mechanics, I like the idea of each room having sort of procedurally generated things that occur that you have to learn how to do to progress. It reminds me of a game, I forget what it was, where I was like on a train and I had to like walk through the train and weird stuff kept happening, and it was called like Platform 8 or something like that. It was a pretty solid game. Like I said, I do like the approach to the mechanics with, okay, this room has this weird thing that happens. Uh-oh, I messed up. I need to try again. And kind of learning how to do each of these trials, I think, is engaging. However, I think the way they're implemented feels very random. I don't know if there's supposed to be necessarily some kind of underlying theme or narrative, more or less, but it goes from you randomly clicking on a water bottle, which just feels totally out of place. The idea is that something is different in the room and you need to find it. But it's like really obvious, so it just feels kind of random, that's all. So you find the water bottle, okay, and then you walk into the room and the music box plays. You need to find where the music box is in the room. That's fine. And then randomly the Minotaur demon thing will be in the picture. And then the red light, green light face shows up. And then at one point I think I clicked on the lucky cat. I'm not sure why, but it let me progress. And then the eyeballs that fly towards you don't let you go through the door. It must be something in the room I need to do first, or maybe dodge all of them and then the door unlocks. I'm not sure. The game does not infer very well what you should do unless you just kind of come up with it on your own, which I said is fine, but the randomness of everything makes the game feel kind of aimless in terms of its like overall like theme is what I'm trying to say. Like, how are all of these things that I'm doing, these trials, connected to each other? And if they're not, I think having some sort of underlying narrative would help explain why I'm here, or give me just a little bit more sort of motivation, I guess. Otherwise, like I said, it just feels very random, and then like the red balls that appear in the room, I just maybe lose over and over again. But when I went against them in the hallway, I just jumped around and I was able to escape. So I don't know. I felt very like just aimless, like I said a few times now. So mechanically, while I like the idea of it, I think it really could use some fine tuning, mostly on its just interconnecting sort of feeling that the events should, I think, convey. It just feels like, I keep saying, it just feels very aimless, very random, and that I think kind of takes away from the overall experience. Of course, these are just my opinions, but I felt engaged trying to understand each of the trials. However, it didn't feel all that satisfying, or that it would lead to something more interesting. And I realize this is a demo, but I think first impressions are really important with demos. So overall mechanics, I would just say, need some work. Primarily in the vein of, I feel like would be more effective if they felt a little bit more connected thematically. In terms of story and concept, I am not aware of any story other than that we need to escape the cursed place by doing trials for some reason. Now, if narrative isn't really the point of this game, I totally understand that. I still think it may help the overall progression feel like it's related to something under the surface that would make us wonder a little bit more, maybe have the player fill in the blanks. Narrative wise, it's completely like absent in that regard. But like I said, if that's not the point, I understand it's a demo. Something like a narrative would help maybe connect some of the trials we're doing, but the fact that the trials feel very disconnected from each other and there's no underlying narrative to sort of bridge everything together makes everything feel just very random. And conceptually, I like the game. I like your approach to this. Like I said, I think there's a lot of things that could be fine-tuned to make it feel a little bit more of a cohesive experience. But I do like what you have as the bones for this, the concept. I just think there are definitely some things that could be improved. Now, for performance and settings, the game performed fine. I had no problems with that. I had no bugs or glitches that I'm aware of that stood out to me as such. And there are no settings. There are controls that I can show you. So you have your controls here, which is WASD to move. You have space, shift, control, and left mouse button for jump, run, crouch, use. So there's that. And then you have your languages you can choose from, which is great. But aside from that, there are no settings. There are no in-game settings, which is unfortunate, but I always try to give a little leeway to demos, especially if the game is performing fine and I don't need to adjust a whole myriad of things for it to function properly or to actually hear myself think because of how loud the game is, then I would probably strike it against the game, the settings being so basic. But I think for what you have here, it's totally fine. The game is well crafted, so I'll give you credit where it's due. I will say, in addition to that, that the music box is very loud, and I wish I could maybe adjust things like that in the future, but it's not that big a deal. My final judgment for the Unplace demo is, I would say it's okay. It's under the middle of my scale. It's got a lot going for it, mostly in its concept and its visual presentation, but I think there are a lot of things in the audio department and the mechanic department and the narrative that could be adjusted to make it feel a little bit more cohesive, have things feel a little bit more meaningful rather than completely random and aimless. Now, that's just the way I see it. I had fun playing it, but like I said, I think if you improve upon those things, I think this has a lot of potential to be much, much better. Of course, this is a demo, and I expect you're hard at working on the full game. I really enjoyed Invisible Wall. I thought you did a great job with that. Totally different kind of game, but I know you have the skill to take this in the right direction, and you're going to do great. So I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors and your work. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? You just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything and go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. If you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I think that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me. And don't forget...